Maximum minima from the fourth sum till the third sum. You already have a recording. What is the fourth question? F of x is equal to e to the power x. So fourth sum, first subdivision, f of x is equal to e to the power x. Obviously when it is maxima or minima, the dy by dx has to be equated to 0. At that point you will not have a slope. So when you do that, you will get a x value. You can substitute that in the question. This is the logic, so that you get a maxima or minima. So you differentiate it, you get e to the power x, and you can never equate it to 0, because even e to the power 0 is only 1. Exponential function, the graph itself starts from here, it never gets to 0. So it's not possible to find maxima, or it doesn't have a maxima or minima. Are you clear? Maxima, minima does not exist, because nowhere in the process the slope becomes flat parallel to x-axis, always steeper slope. Okay, so that's one. Second question is f g of x is equal to log x. So again differentiate g dash of x is equal to 1 by x, and you can never equate it to 0. How can a 1 by equate it to 0? So you can never find an x value. So then therefore maxima or minima doesn't exist. Okay, so let's go to next question, third question. H of x is equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Let's do this. Let's differentiate this. H dash of x is equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Now we're going to equate it to 0 and factorize this. You can never factorize this. 3 ones are 3. It's 3x square plus 3x minus 1x plus 1 will never get factorized properly. So therefore it doesn't have a solution. When it doesn't have a solution, or it may have a complex number as a solution, so then therefore maxima or minima does not exist. Okay, because x can't be any real number, it can only be a complex number. So let's go to fourth question.
X can be only a real number.
X can't be
X can be only a real number but cannot be complex, but in this case it's complex, right?
in this case it's complex.
So therefore there is no maximum.
So can I say x is a complex number only, and therefore maxima minima does not exist. Okay, let's go to fourth question. Next one, that's all 3 subdivisions. Fifth question, f of x is equal to x cube, where they have given that x is an element of minus 2 and a plus 2, close bracket. The close bracket is given, you have to identify it with more care. Okay, now as usual differentiate it. F dash of x is equal to 3x square, equated to 0, you get obviously x is equal to 0. Now what you do, you have to substitute in the question. So you're going to do f of 0, f of minus 2 also, the red color inclusive bracket, and f of 2 also you should do. Are you clear? When they give an inclusive bracket, you need to check for this point and this point as well apart from this point, whether it can be maxima or minima. That is the only difference. So then when you substitute this f of 0, you get a 0, f of minus 2 you get a minus 8, f of 2 you get a 8, therefore this is your maxima and this is your minima. So maxima and this is your minima, this is your local maximum point and this is your local minimum point, x value. Local minimum point is when x is equal to 2, a local minimum point is as x is equal to minus 2, and maximum point is x is equal to plus 2. Are you clear? So then differentiate equal to 0. When you see a square bracket, take that also into account and substitute in the question. Can I go next? But if you are getting a centum in your board exam, like when you write, you know how confident you are, then you do a double differentiation test to see that this is maxima. You do a double differentiation of x, which will give you a 6x, and substitute x as 2. It will be 12. Positive shows that it's minima. F double dash of 2 becomes a 6x, and you put x as 2, you get positive, and double dash is positive, it has to be minima. Let me try f double dash of minus 2 is also is 6x, and when you substitute it's minus 12, it's negative, so it has got to be maxima. According to the verification, it's coming the other way around. Double differentiation is negative, then you actually get a maxima, right? What is the mistake? 6x. Next is minus 2, it's minus 12, so negative means it has to correspond to maxima. Oh, this is an unusual sum, guys. I want to tell you. Normally, when you compare two values, you know which is your maximum, which is your minimum, you leave it like that. But in case you're getting a centum, you would like to do a verification so that you're safe and you're getting a full marks. So then when I verified, it turns out to be this is negative, which means this corresponds to maxima, which is not true. So then therefore in this sum, it's not working out. I don't know why, but just remember, you don't have to do a double differentiation. That is so confusing in this case. There's something wrong with the question itself. And let's see why it could be wrong. You know, this itself is a x cube, which is an ogive. An ogive is going to be like this. Between a -2 and a +2, it's going to be like that, correct? And you can get this -2 means -8 and +2 means +8 to be your minima and maxima. Even in practical life, we know. And we know in practical life also, if it's positive means it has to be only maxima. If it's negative means it has to be only minima. But the double differentiation here became misleading. So when it becomes misleading, just strike it off. Don't even do the double differentiation. That's only when you're getting centum. They won't give you sums like this for board exam. It's only practice, so you can stop with this. Okay. So that's what. Let's go to next sum. So next is sum is the second subdivision where f of x is equal to sin x plus cos x. F of x is equal to sin x plus cos x. Let's differentiate this, and they have given open interval, closed interval. Yes, x is an element of closed interval 0 to pi. So I told you, whenever there's a closed interval, make it with a closed back red color so that you have to remember to do it. So then just differentiate it. F dash of x is equal to cos x minus sin x equated to 0. Cos x is equal to sin x. Thus tan x is equal to 1, and it can happen at positive. So all school taught your children the first and the third quadrant, where we're not bothered about the third quadrant because the question itself from 0 to pi. So it's just pi by 4 is when you will have x to be 1, tan x to be 1. So you get x is equal to pi by 4. You also must take x is equal to 0 and x is equal to pi and substitute them all in the question. So f of 0, f of pi by 4 and f of pi, and substitute them in the question, the function. So then sin 0 plus cos 0 is just 1. Sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, which is 2 by root 2, which is root 2. A sin pi is 0 plus a cos pi is -1. Therefore from this root 2 is 1.414. So therefore definitely this is your maxima and this is your minima and this is your local maximum point. Local maximum point is at x is equal to pi by 4, and your local minimum point is at x is equal to pi. So that's simple. You don't have to do double differentiation as per your guide also, you don't have to do. But if you get it correctly, the verification is okay. So supposing I get a centum, I try to verify. Let's see. The verification I'll always write in purple color. The verification, you have to take the differentiated value and differentiate once again. This is the differentiated value, and a cos x on differentiation becomes a minus sin x, and a sin x on differentiation becomes a cos x with the already existing negative sign. At the point when I'm getting a maxima is pi by 4. So at pi by 4, f double dash of pi by 4 is minus sin pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4. I know the answer is negative and therefore it's maximum. And this is working out perfectly. In only the previous sum it didn't work out, and doesn't work out, just remove the verification of. Okay, so the next is this verification where f double dash of pi is minus sin pi, which is 0, minus cos pi is -1, so positive, and therefore it is minima. It works out beautifully in this sum. Can I go to next question? What's the next question? F of x is equal to, is the third sum. F of x is equal to 4x minus x square by 2. Correct? So let's differentiate. F dash of x is equal to 4 minus, it belongs to -2 and a 9 by 2. The moment I see the close bracket, I have to alert myself and write this to say that I have to check for those also. And 4 minus 2x by 2. X square differentiation 2x, 2x by 2, 2 and 2 get cancelled. F dash, okay, so you're going to substitute is equal to 0. The slope is equal to 0 and then get the value of x is equal to 4. Now you know you have to do f of 4, f of -2 and f of 9 by 2. What is f of 4 is 16 minus 16 by 2 is 8, so answer is 8. F of -2 is -8. 4 by 2 is 2, so it's -2, so -10. F of 9 by 2 is 9 4, so 36 by 2, which is 18 minus 81 by 4, 4 to the 8. So when I take an LCM, okay, can you, okay, 18 8s are 64, 8 1s are 8, 144. minus 81 is a 3 and a 6, a 63 with a negative sign, yeah, no, positive sign. So 68, 8 8s are 64, 7 point something. Therefore, definitely 8 is my maxima, correct? And minus 10 is my minima, and this is my local 4 is x is equal to 4 is my local maximum point, and x is equal to minus 2 is my local minimum point. If I made any calculation mistake, you can verify. You always must check your book back, because I'm not verifying my book back answers, but most probability I'm not doing any mistake. You're all verifying what I'm doing, so it's correct. So let's go to fourth question. So here again I'm not doing a double differentiation, but if I do a double differentiation, you know, it's f double dash of x will be minus 1. It is always negative irrespective of the value of x. Therefore I am always supposed to get only a maxima. So I can't use a verification again for this sum, because I have one point which is maximum, 1 point. So it seems absurd when I do the verification test, correct? Irrespective of the value of x, my double differentiation is always negative. So I can't verify for this point or this point, because everywhere it's going to be negative, which means every point should be a maximum, but which is not true. When comparing 8 and minus 10, 8 is my maxima and minus 10 is my minima. So wherever it's the double differentiation doesn't work, you don't have to do double differentiation. They will set up questions beautifully in your board exam. You won't have such hassles. The fourth question is f of x is equal to x minus 1 the whole square plus 3, where x is an element of minus 3 and 1. Moment you see this, you will mark this with a red color to identify that you should not forget. Okay, so f dash of x is equal to 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 1 now. We already have 1 here, can you see? We got the same point, so you substitute f of 1 and f of minus 3. You put 1, it becomes 3. If you put minus 3, it becomes 16 plus 3, 19. So this clearly is your maximum, this clearly is your minima. And so this is your local maximum point, this is your local minimum point. As seems like you don't need double differentiation when you have two numbers to compare. It's obviously not worked out in the previous sum, so you don't have to necessarily do that. So let's go to next question. Sixth question. The question is p of x is equal to 41 minus 72x minus 18x square. Then for maximum profit, this is the profit as a function of x. So again differentiate it, you get 41 becomes a 0, minus 72 minus 36x is equal to 0. So minus 36x is equal to 72. So x is equal to minus 2. Take that and substitute in the question function. 41 minus 2 means plus 144 minus 36, no, 72. Minus 2, so minus of minus will become plus. P of minus 2, sorry, plus 44, 18 into 2 to 4, 18 4s are 72, right? So it's minus 72. And you know that this and this itself is a 72. 72 plus 41 is a 3 and a 111. So 113 is my P of minus 2. You can check your answers with the book back, but this is the way to do, procedure to do. Seventh question. Seventh question is a function f of x is equal to 3x to the power 4 minus 8x cube plus 12x square minus 48x plus 25. They were given a closed interval 0 and a 3, which is supposed to be taken into account. So f dash of x is equal to 4 3s are 12x cube minus 24x square plus 24x minus 48. This is equal to 0. When you have a cubical equation equal to 0, here it is very convenient for us because we can underline like this and take out what is common. What is it? A 12x square is common, so x minus 2 plus a 24 is common and an x minus 2. So then therefore x minus 2 is common and a 12x square plus 24 is equal to 0. So then this is cannot be 0, x square cannot be negative, so not applicable, but x can be 2, thus you get 1 point. And therefore you know you can substitute for f of 2, then f of 0 and f of 3 in the question. You get 3 different answers to compare which is your maxima and which is your minima. Having said that, when this is non-factorizable, if this was easily factorizable, if this cubical equation could not have been factorized like this simply, you have to find the 0 of the polynomial. You remember 9th standard portions where you put x is equal to 1, is it becoming 0? X is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1, is it becoming 0? X is equal to 2, x is equal to minus 2. Like that you will substitute here and find if the 0 of the polynomial. Suppose if you get, x is equal to 2 is the right answer, right? So if you put 2 here, it will become 0. Therefore, you should take long division, x minus 2 into 12x cubed minus 24x squared plus 24x minus 48 and do long division to get what has to be the product. If it is non-factorizable, here it is factorizable, so you don't have that hassle. Whenever there is a cubical equation and you have to factorize it, you have to find the 0 of the polynomial. Are you clear? Did you note that point? So then I'm not going to do the sum. You can find f of 2, f of 0 and f of 3 by substituting them all in the question and find which is your maxima and which is your minima. Can I go to next question? What is the question? It's like a function is from 0 to 2 pi. The moment they give you like this, 0 and 2 pi have to be included, and this is nothing but x is an element of. Even though they don't specify it's x is an element of, you should take that the given bracket is x is an element of. What is a function? The function itself is sine 2x. So as usual you differentiate, you get a 2 cos 2x and equate it to 0. Okay, normally when it is a slope is cos x, I used to tell you do all school taught your children wherever cos is positive, it's going to be increased. It's increasing, decreasing. Okay, that's maximum, minimum. Okay, so then therefore just forget it. If it's equal to 0, where will 2x be equal to 0? Where will cos be 0? 90 degree, 270 degree. So therefore 2x itself has to be a 90 degree or a 270 degree, 3 pi by 2, a 5 pi by 2, a 7 pi by 2. Why should I go on writing like that? They are given x is an element of 0 to 2 pi. So 2x will be an element of 0 to 4 pi. Hence, I have to check for 2 revolutions. The first thing, most important thing, is when they give you x is an element of 0 to 2 pi, you have to write 2x is an element of 0 because the question has got a word 2x. So 2x is an element of 0 to 4 pi. Therefore, you have to do for 2 revolutions, which is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and a 7 pi by 2. Therefore, x will be pi by 4, a 3 pi by 4, a 5 pi by 4 and a 7 pi by 4. Now that you got all x values, inclusive of what will happen to x here? X is also 0 and also 2 pi. So you have to substitute for 0 and 2 pi also. So then therefore you have to do f of 0, f of pi by 4, f of 3 pi by 4, f of 5 pi by 4, f of 7 pi by 4, f of 2 pi. All of these you have to substitute in the question. What is the question? Question is sine 2x. So imagine sine 2 into 0, sine 2 into pi by 4, sine 2 into 3 pi by 4, which will become sine 2 into 3 pi by 4, sine 2 into 5 pi by 4, sine 2 into 7 pi by 4, sine 2 into 2 pi. Like that you will substitute and get the which is maxima and which is minima, which is sine 0 0. This will be sine pi by 2 which is 1. This will be sine 3 pi by 2 which is minus 1. This will be sine 5 pi by 2 which is sine 2 pi plus, no, pi plus, what is 5 pi by 2? Let me think. 5 pi by 2 can be written as 2 pi minus pi by 2. No, pi. 4 pi 5. What is there? It's just 2 pi plus pi by 2. It's just in the positive x direction. It's just a positive y direction. So it's just 1. Correct? It's 2 pi plus pi by 2, which is only put 2 pi is an even integral. Pi by 2 means 90 degrees. So 1. What is this? This will be 7 pi by 2. You alternatively it's going to be here and here. So plus 1 and minus 1 and then it's plus 1. This is sine 4 pi 0. Have I written correctly? Pi by 2. This is sine 3 pi by 2, sine 5 pi by 2, sine 7 pi by 2. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Here alone it has to alternate from positive to negative. So that's also a problem. So then you get maximas at 2 different points. Can you see? At 1 and 1. 1 and 1 are your maxima, which you're getting at 2 different points when x is equal to pi by 4 and also x is equal to 5 pi by 4 is when you get your maxima. And when you get your minima, your minima's value is minus 1 and minus 1. which happens at x is equal to 3 pi by 4 and also at x is equal to 7 pi by 4. So this is your maxima and minima. You get 2 maximas and 2 minimas. Okay, so then let's go to next question. What's the next question? Is like this. So then you understood that some you have ready these things to compare. So I think you don't need a double differentiation.
Yes.
So let's go to next question, which is the 9th question, which is a sin x plus cos x. They didn't give you open interval or a closed interval. So then take it as f of x and differentiate it. F dash of x therefore is a cos x minus sin x and equated to 0. So cos x is equal to sin x and tan x is equal to 1. It's just tan x, so you know when it will be 1. Tan first quadrant and third quadrant is when tan is positive 1, which pi by 4, and a pi plus pi by 4, which is 5 pi by 4. So x therefore is pi by 4 and also 5 pi by 4. We are supposed to substitute in the function itself f of 5 pi by 4 and f of 5 pi by 4, which is sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4. As you know, this is root 2, which is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, 2 by root 2, so root 2. And sin 5 pi by 4 plus cos 5 pi by 4, which is sin pi plus pi by 4 plus cos pi plus pi by 4. Sin in third quadrant is negative. Cos in third quadrant is also negative. So you get minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, which is minus root 2, which is going to be your minimum. This is going to be your maxima, and it happens at a local maximum point and local minimum point of x is equal to that x pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4. So can I go to next question? The 10th question is f of x is equal to 2x cube minus 24x plus 107. They've given a closed interval 1 comma 3, another closed interval minus 3 comma minus 1. Let it be anything. I'm going to include the closed intervals bracket also, the numbers also, that's all. As usual, differentiate it. F dash of x will be 6x square minus 24 is equal to 0. X square is equal to 4, x is equal to plus or minus 2. Therefore, you have to check for f of 2, f of minus 2, f of 1, f of 3, f of minus 3, f of minus 1. Write it in order. Okay, you will get a minus 2 between minus 2 and minus 3. So write f of minus 3, f of minus 2 and f of minus 1 in one order, and then f of 3, f of 2 and f of 1 in another order, and then verify in the question. So you get minus 3 here, 3 3 is 9, 3 is 27, 27 2 is 54, so it will become minus 54 plus 4 3 is 12, 3 2 is 6, 72 plus 107 will give me some answer here. Minus 2 means it's minus 8, 8 2 is 16 plus 48 plus 107, and this will be minus 1 means minus 2 plus 24 plus 107, 3 means 27, it will be plus 54, it will be minus 72 plus 107, and a 2 means it will be 16 minus 48 plus 107, and f of 1 means 2 minus 24 plus 107. Just have to sit and calculate these values and see which is your maxima and which is your minima. You might get 2 maximas, 2 minimas, whatever it is, that value you are supposed to write. I hope you are clear. You have to solve this. You will solve, you don't have an issue, and write the answer. I am not doing the full video though, but the question will be, if you will see that the maximum value between 1 and 3, we have segregated as 1 and 3 separately, and minus 1 to minus 3 separately. So you can spot a maxima here and also another maxima here separately. That's what the question means. Between this interval find a maxima, between that interval find another maxima. Are you clear? So let's go to next question, which is the 11th question. What is the question? It's like the function itself is x square, x to the power 4 minus 62 x cube plus ax plus 9 x square plus ax plus 9 attains the maximum value. Oh, at x is equal to 1. It becomes a maximum value at x is equal to 1. Maximum minimum is as usual differentiate. So which is 4x cube minus 62x square means 124x plus a. Differentiated is equal to 0 you will put. But he is saying when you equal to 0 there is an a here, so you can't really solve. But he is saying x itself is 1. So 4 minus 124 plus a is equal to 0, minus 120 plus a is equal to 0, therefore a is equal to 120. It is at that point you are getting maxima, then differentiate equal to 0, substitute that point there and get the value of a. Let's go to 12th question. This 12th question is x plus sine 2x is the function. And they have given close bracket which is 0 to 2 pi. Whenever I told you, they give you like this. This is x is an element of.
So 2x.
But you don't have to write 2x in the sum because the question has got an x plus which limits it only to one revolution. In the previous sum that you did, Madhav, you had the question as 2x. So I had to check for 2 revolution. It was purely a sine 2x. But in this sum it is x plus sine 2x. And this x is limiting ourselves to only one revolution. You don't have to check it for 2 revolution. Are you clear with what I said? So then just differentiate it. F dash of x is equal to 1 plus 2 cos 2x is equal to 0. A cos 2x therefore is minus 1 by 2. When will cos be negative? Second it will be negative, yeah, and third it will be negative. 1 by 2 is at 60, cos will be 60 degree, right? So pi minus pi by 3 and a pi plus pi by 3. So thus, but you're supposed to check for one full revolution, so these two are valid. So you're going to put x is equal to, no, not x, what is it? 2x is equal to 2 pi by 3 and a 4 pi by 3. Therefore, you know x is equal to pi by 3 and a 2 pi by 3. Apart from that, you should also check for x is equal to 0 and a 2 pi. So then put f of pi by 3, f of 2 pi by 3, f of 0, f of 2 pi. Substitute them all in the question. What is the question? X plus sine 2x. X plus sine 2 pi by 3. X plus sine 2 into 2 pi by 3. X plus sine 2 into 0. X plus sine 2 into 2 pi. Then find the answers and see which corresponds to your maxima and which corresponds to your minima. Are you clear? So can I go to next sum? The next question. This is sum number 12. Sum number 13. Find two numbers whose sum is, look at this, whose sum is 24, means x plus y is equal to 24. I will always write given in the right side. X plus y is equal to 24. And they are asking for the product is large, which means product has to be maxima. Let's write P as a product, which is x into y has to be maxima or minima, whatever that is. You have to differentiate that and equal to 0. You have to write the given on the right and what has to be maxima minima on the left. System, follow a system. So now this has to be differentiated and you can't differentiate, you have to either differentiate dp by dx or dp by dy. You can't have two variables. So write one in terms of the other using given. And substitute it here. P is equal to x into 24 minus x. So thus everything has become in terms of x. Now dp by dx is equal to, let's do it as u and v, or you can take it inside, which is convenient. Taking it inside is so easy. 24x minus x square is my p. On differentiating this with x, it's 24 minus 2x. And you're supposed to differentiate it and equal to 0 because this is maxima minima. So 2x is equal to 24. X is equal to 12. Once you get your x value, you're going to substitute it here. So you get your y value, which is also 12. So thus you understand that x and y should be 12 and 12 for the product to be maximum. Product to be maximum or minimum. This question is about maxima and minimum. So then we found that we equated to 0. We found the x value. But it can correspond to either maximum or even minimum. No? So you have to compulsorily do a double differentiation in all this. Are you clear? A verification, which is a differentiated value. When you differentiate it again, it's minus 2, which is negative. So whatever value you got is corresponds to maxima. So then x is equal to 12 and y is equal to 12. Have they asked you the product itself, or they are asking you only for what is x and y?
Find two numbers.
So it's just enough. Otherwise you should have substituted in the question again. But they haven't asked maxima or minima, they only asked the point at which it's maxima or minima, the x and y values. Are you clear? Can I go to next question? Yes. Every day is an issue. Okay, so let's go to next question. What's the next question? Number 14.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 14. Find the two positive numbers x and y such that means given. Such that means, Madhav, it's given.
Yes.
X plus y is equal to 60, right? Given on the right side. Listen. X plus y is equal to 60 on the right side. What has to be maximum or minimum?
X, Y,
X cube. X y cube has to be maximum or minimum. We can't have two variables to differentiate.
This is maximum.
Now, either it's maximum or minimum. We're going to differentiate that only. So then what has to be maximum or minimum, you're writing on the left side and you're going to differentiate it. Which means you're going to call this as your function. You can't have two variables, so write using given what is one in terms of the other. Substitute that here. X into 60 minus x the whole cube is f of x. Now I would not take it inside and all. I'll just differentiate it as it is as u and b. F dash of x is equal to முதல்ல இருக்கிறது அப்படியே ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறத differentiate பண்ணா ஜெனரல் ஒடிக்கணும். It's just minus 1 plus ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது முதல்ல differentiate பண்ணா 1. Can you see what is common in both of this? Never take it in or solve, just take what is common. 60 minus x, the whole square is common. So you have a 3x with a negative sign plus a 60 minus x. Correct? So it is 60 minus x the whole square into minus 4x plus 60. And you have differentiated. Did you? Yeah, u and v. Now you can equate it to 0. Therefore you get either x is equal to 60 using this one. This can be 0 or this can be 0 where x is equal to 4x is equal to 60 and so x is equal to 4 ones are 4, 5 4 so x is equal to 15. You get two possibilities values of x and substitute them here. Y becomes 0, so then therefore that's not, it's weird.
Minus 15. Because it's minus.
No, it's minus 4x is equal to minus 60 minus minus kitna. So x is equal to 15 when you put here. You get y is equal to 45. This is beautiful. So then you get x is equal to 15 and y is equal to 45 are the two numbers when the product can be maximum. What about this x is equal to 60 and y is equal to 0? That is also coming, right? It's also possible. But the product cannot be maximum, it becomes only a 0. So I don't know, it's not applicable. Can you see it's not applicable? Yeah. And so then therefore only this can be applicable, and so then let's do a double differentiation verification. The verification of double differentiation is f double dash of x. Oh, we have to take a differentiated value. See which is the differentiated value? This one, which is beautiful. Take the proper value and then differentiate it once again as u and v. முதல்ல இருக்கிறது அப்படியே இது 60 minus x the whole square. ரெண்டாவது இருக்க differentiate பண்ணா minus 4 plus ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறது அப்படியே இது முதல்ல இருக்க differentiate பண்ணா 2 into 60 minus x into minus 1. Whether this is negative or positive is all you need to analyze. So then this is a whole square and so this is minus 4. Okay, from this take what is common out. 60 minus x is common and 2 is also common. Yeah. So you will be left with a 60 minus x with a minus 2 plus a minus 4x plus 60. We've taken this 2 out
minus 1.
with a minus 1, is it? So then let's solve only this to assess whether it's negative or positive. So it's minus 120 plus 2x plus 4x minus 60. This is plus 6x and this is minus 180. What is x? X is 15. 15 6 are 90. Therefore it is negative and therefore this corresponds to maxima. Are you clear? So then thus it is maxima when x is equal to 15 and y is equal to 45. Are they asking you for the answer that is maxima minima, or are they asking you value of x and y?
Value of x and y.
That's all. So you don't have to substitute in the question again. So then let's go to next sum, which is the 15th question. 15th question. Find the two positive numbers x and y such that the sum, such that means given, such that the sum is 35 means given. X plus y is equal to 35. Write it on the right side. The product x to the power
2.
x to the power 2 into y to the power 5 has to be maximum or minimum. So that becomes your f of x. You can't have two variables. Before differentiating, you should convert one into the other. Madhav, just focus. So y is equal to 35 minus x. So substituting here, You get a, you push this, I can also extend this a little so that you can focus well. Yeah, so it's comfortable now. So then x square into what is y? 35 minus x the whole to the power 5. This is my f of x or a y. I'm going to differentiate as u and v. And now it's all one variable. I can do a dy by dx, which is a முதல்ல இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது, ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறத டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணு இன்ட்டு -1 ப்ளஸ் ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது, முதல்ல டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணால் 2x. இப்போ வாட் இஸ் காமன் இன் திஸ் 35 minus x the whole to the power 4 and also and x is also common. So you have a minus 5x plus 35 minus x into 2. So then let's solve what is only here, because x value whatever you get is substitute is going to be, oh I'm only differentiating, right? I'm equal to 0. I have to put equal to 0. Oh, I see. Okay. So then if this is equal to 0, I from here get different values. Can you see x can be 35, x can be 0. What about this one? It's minus 5x plus 70 minus 2x, which will be minus 7x plus 70. So minus 7x is equal to minus 70. So x can be 10 also. X is 35, x is 0, x is 10. I have to substitute all this in the question. What is the question? F of x is equal to x square into y to the power 5. So I am going to put f of 35, f of 0, f of 10, x value. But it's nothing but x square into what is y? Y is 35 minus x whole to the power 5. So substituting x value, this becomes 0, because 35 minus 35, correct? If this also becomes 0. So when I put a 10, 10 becomes 100, at 35 minus 10 will become a 25, at 25 whole to the power 5, therefore this corresponds to my maxima. And the point is, what is that value? X is equal to 10 and y will be 25, 35 minus 10. So x value is 10 and y value can be 25 is when I am getting maxima. To verify its maxima, you have to take the differentiated value and differentiate it once again. Which is the differentiated value here? This one, 35 minus x the whole to the power 4 into x into 7x minus 40. The u, v and w is there. So what you have to do is, you have to take this as one unit and you have to take all this as another unit, take it inside so that it becomes u and v and do the double differentiation verification. But are you clear with the sum? I am not verifying, I am leaving it for you. Can I go to next question? It's a sum number 16. What is the question? Find the
two positive numbers
whose sum is 16. So given x plus y is equal to 16.
and sum of
The cube is maximum. What is minimum or maximum? Minimum, maximum, we are doing verification. So the x cube plus y cube is your function. Initially you don't know whether it's maximum or minimum. We got to double differentiate pannaprama we know. So it's either minima or maxima. So then you have to write one in terms of the other. So it's x cube plus 16 minus x the whole cube is f of x. Now this is my y. I can differentiate it with respect to x. 3x square plus 3 into 16 minus x the whole square into minus 1 is equal to 0. You're finding it hard to see, right? Yeah, a little bit. No, that's the issue. Okay, I hope it's fine. So then can you see this is, therefore this can be equated to this because it's equal to 0. So 3x square is equal to 3 into 16 minus x the whole square, where 3 and 3 get cancelled. So x is equal to 16 minus x, 2x is equal to 16, so x is equal to 8. So since you got at equal to 0, you got x is equal to 8. Sometimes they'll say this can be plus or minus. Have you seen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but for now I'm taking it like this. What happens when I take it as negative? Minus 16 plus x. And a 2x itself is minus 16, so x is equal to minus 8. When you, because a root is being square root podum, it can be negative or positive. So you get x or x is equal to minus 8. So substituting back in here, you get y to be, if x is 8, y is 8. X is minus 8, y is 24. So you get two different values. You have to substitute them in the question to get the maxima minima, but they are not asking what is maxima minima here. This is asking you to find the condition of x and y, correct? Find the two positive numbers. So you got two values, but you don't know which one corresponds to maximum minima. So take the double differentiation and verify. Which is the differentiated value here? This is the differentiated value, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Going to take this and do a verification, which will become a 6 6 plus, there's a minus sign already which is existing, and 3 2s are 6 into 16 minus x, and general udicha another minus, so plus, correct? And this is the double differentiation's value, and you're going to put x is equal to 8 in this. Put x is equal to 8, it will be positive. All that you need. So therefore this corresponds to maxima. Put x is equal to minus 8. It will definitely be 6 into minus 8 plus 6 into 16 minus of minus 8 is plus 8 minus 48 plus this is 24 into 6, which is again becoming equals 24 to 144 positive.
Ma'am, I guess it's 6x minus 6 into 16 minus.
Yes, ma'am, because it's
Double differentiation?
Because it's positive there, so minus.
Positive and this negative makes it negative, and when I differentiate this, it's 2 into 16 minus x into again a minus 1, so it's positive.
Okay.
So double differentiation verification is clear only. So then therefore they would not even try for this. They would just keep it as x is equal to 16 minus x, and then just get one value and then do the verification only for that value. That's all. So it's sorted. It's positive shows that it is minima. Is the question about minima or maxima?
Yes, ma'am, it's minimum.
Yeah, you see, beautiful. It is not maxima, it is only minima. So you don't have to put x is equal to minus, because it's getting confusing when you do that. So then strike it off and then retain only this and then do the sum. Can I go to next question? What is the next question? 17th question.
A square piece of tin of side.
A square piece which is having a side of 18 centimeter. Okay, look at this. Take a square piece of sheet, cardboard sheet, whose side is 18 centimeter. This is also 18 centimeter. Every side is 18 centimeter. It's to be made into a box by cutting a small squares at the corner. I'm going to cut a small square here and a small square here, a small square here, small square here. Whose dimensions I don't know. It's a square, so I'm keeping it as x and x. I'm going to cut the x piece and then fold it. You know, you can fold like this and it will become a carton, open carton. Yeah, a carton like this. But the edges have to be taped, of course. You just fold. You understand what I'm saying? You want me to explain it? Got it? So you cut it. What should be the cut piece? So that maximum number of laddus can be stored, or the volume of the cuboid, it will not be a cube, it will become a cuboid. Why? Because the length becomes 18 minus 2x. Because you're cutting off an x and x. The breadth also becomes an 18 minus 2x. But the height becomes an x. Correct? Therefore, it becomes a cuboid. Yes or no? So the volume of the cuboid has to be maximum. Volume of cuboid has to be maximum or minimum. What do? You take the volume, L into B into H. What is L? 18 minus 2x. What is breadth? Is 18 minus 2x. What is height? Is x. This becomes your volume, and you have to differentiate this. You have u, v and w, so convenience, take one of this inside. Or take it as 18 minus 2x the whole square into x. That's even more convenient. So 18 minus 2x the whole square into x. You're going to differentiate it as u and v. Video will get cut. Let's continue.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you see, it's already in terms of one variable only. Already it is only in terms of one variable. I can no need to write one in terms of the other. dv by dx is முதல்ல இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது. ரெண்டாவது டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ணா 1 plus ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது. முதல்ல இருக்கிற டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ணா 2 into 18 minus 2x into ஜெனரல் ஒடிச்சா -2 is equal to 0. இதிலிருந்து என்ன பண்ணுவ? this is equal to this எழுதலாம். இல்ல you can take what is common outside. What is common? This is equal to this is fine. You can cancel the 18 minus 2x. So 18 minus 2x itself is equal to 4 into x. Correct? So 18 is equal to 6x. So x is equal to 3. You got the differentiated equal to 0. At maximum you got x is equal to 3. You can substitute in the question and find the volume. Are they asking for maximum volume or minimum volume?
Maximum possible.
Maximum possible volume. So once you get x, you could substitute in the volume. So v is equal to 18 minus 3 to 6 and 18 minus 3 2s are 6 into 3. 18 minus 6 is what? 12. 12 square is 144 into 3. 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12, 13. 3 1s are 432 square cubical units. Volume, right? Cubical units. Very important, you lose 100 otherwise. So I got the maximum, but I don't know whether it can be maximum volume or minimum volume. So I need to do double differentiation verification. Which is the differentiated value? Here is it, before cancelling. So take that and write here, differentiated, it's 2 is still there, correct? So 2 into 18 minus 2x into minus 2 plus, I have to simplify it to do the double differentiation. To enable me to do double differentiation, I have to simplify it. 18 minus 2x can be taken common. I'll have an 18 minus 2x plus minus 4x. That's easy now. So 18 minus 2x into 18 minus 6x. Now I can do double differentiation. முதல்ல இருக்கிறது அப்படியே இது, ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறது டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ணால் minus 6 ப்ளஸ் ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுத, முதல்ல டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணால் -2. Bring it inside. Oh shit. 18 6 are 8 6 are 48, 6 1s are 6, 108 minus plus 12x minus 36 plus 12x, which is 24x, minus 144. What is x? X corresponds to, what did you get? 3. Substitute that here. 24 into 3 minus 144 shows that it's negative. So therefore, your value that you got is for maximum. How easy it is?